Evaluation of my media magazine. Throughout the task there were certain objectives that I did well and others that I did not. I particularly enjoyed the editing and using the new software and hardware, such as Adobe Photoshop CS4. This piece of software used to manipulate images. I used tools within the program to edit pictures and make them look more professional before adding them to my magazine. I did this well and enjoyed the element of coursework and enjoyed piecing my magazine together bit by bit. I thought that using hardware was my strong point. Although the pictures I took were amateur, I had no problems using any of the hardware involved. Software. The main piece of software was the Adobe Photoshop Extended, which is the piece of software I used to create my whole magazine. In the preliminary task I found this piece of software quite challenging because I had never used it before. Whereas in this task I found using the tools and functions within the software a lot easier because I had used them in my preliminary task. There are many tools and functions in the program that enable me to create the finished product and to give it a good quality standard. I particularly enjoyed using the healing brush tool, which is a tool within the program that allows you to smudge out or remove elements of a picture that you don't want. I believe this was one of the keys to making my image look professional. I also used the red eye tool, which was very helpful, so pictures looked more professional and got rid of red eyes on some of the photos, such as the one on my double page spread. I also cropped images down to get rid of windows, wires, stuff that I didn't want appearing. And I found very good that you can layer it, so you can put your bottom layer and then your next layer all the way up so it looks nice and neat. There were many problems I experienced, but I tried minimalising these problems by referring to my preliminary task and getting most of them out of the way there so I knew what I was doing in my main task. One problem which did affect the construction process was operating the system. Sometimes certain files would not open on Windows because they were in a Mac format. Because I have a Mac computer at home and I used Mac at school, when at school I went to use some of the Windows computers, it did not want to open. This meant I had to work on the Mac for the duration of my coursework. If I was to do this task again, there would be many objectives that I could improve. One main objective would be timing and completing the task. I could have worked quicker and more efficiently, leaving myself more time at the end of the coursework to improve and gain a better mark. I also thought I could improve on my images, although my images weren't great and I didn't spend a lot of time using the hardware to capture some good images. I think if I did it again I would set myself more time to take some better pictures so my overall magazine would look more professional. I also think I could improve using the software because I had a few faults with it that I had to ask for help, which now I know how to do. So if I did it again I'd be much more fluent using the software, wouldn't take me as long, I wouldn't be asking for as much help, and I'd be a much more independent learner. My overall opinion of the finished product is that I created a very good magazine which I'm very happy with. It looks professional, although there are some factors which could be changed, could be improved to make the magazine look better as if it was going to be sold in the music industry. However, I believe that my product is of a good standard and I'm very happy.